All right, so it looks like Michael Burry, who was played by Christian Bale in the movie The Big Short, he is a real hedge fund manager, and it looks like he took out a $530 million bet against Tesla, essentially a short that Tesla would go down. However, I'm here to provide you some more details of what's really going on because that is not the entire truth. And I also want to give you guys a little bit of context as to how this will play out with Tesla's price, what Tesla's real short interest is, and what outstanding options do option traders have against Tesla at the moment. I think the media is making too big of a deal about this news story here. So let's get right into it. But before I get into it, welcome back to the Traveling Trader. My name is Z. Glad to have you on the program. If you get anything out of this video, leave it a big fat thumbs up like this. Leave it in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of Michael Burry's short on Tesla. All right, so as I said, Michael Burry took out supposedly a $530 million bet against Tesla. Now, he did not directly short the stock. What he bought were put options against Tesla. He bought 800,100 put options against Tesla. Here's what's not really highlighted. We don't really know what the strike price is and what the expiration is on these puts. Legally, because he runs a fund, he is required by the SEC to disclose anything above 10,000 shares or above $200,000. These put options were actually from the first quarter. We don't even know if they're closed. But if you take a look at their 13F filings here, you'll see it right here. I mean, the news story itself is not a lie. 800,100 put options on Tesla. The total market value currently is $534,411,000. According to the 13F, this is actually their current biggest position that they reported. Now, obviously, because Tesla is a very polarizing company and Elon Musk is a polarizing figure, it seems like the media can't wait to pounce on any potential news story with regards to the company or Elon himself. We all know that last year and the years prior, Tesla was one of the most shorted stocks on the market, and short sellers got flamed last year. Now, here's the truth about Tesla and shorts that you won't hear in the mainstream media. If you dig deeper, and luckily we have an endless number of sources that we can use at our disposal, if we dig deeper into Tesla's short interest, you will see, this is straight from Nasdaq.com's website, you will see that currently Tesla's short interest is the lowest that it has been in almost a year. The last time it was this low was May of 2020. Tesla's short interest is actually rapidly decreasing, down 13.74% already. Days to cover is below 1. It's currently sitting at 0.89. Now, days to cover is taken by measuring the number of shares short, and you divide that by the average daily traded volume of Tesla shares. The higher this is, the higher the likelihood of a short squeeze. 0.89 is relatively very low compared to other stocks that are shorted. All right, now let's dig deeper into the actual options contracts. You will see that for Tesla, there are way more calls, bullish contracts, than bearish contracts, which are puts, the same types of contracts that Michael Burry seemingly bought. Now, another thing that's a possibility that's not discussed is buying puts or buying calls. It can be part of a larger option strategy. As you know, if you're a fan of this channel, we are always trading complex option strategies, whether we're talking about verticals, diagonals, iron condors, etc. So buying puts alone is not an indication of a short. Now, knowing Michael Burry, he is a risky trader. He does take these long and short positions often. And I don't see anything else in the 13F report that indicates that he has other legs of Tesla options. This is the only Tesla option I've seen in the portfolio. So I actually don't have any reason to believe really that this could be part of a larger option strategy, especially coming from him. But it certainly is possible. I'm not saying it's plausible, but it certainly is possible because he could have opened Tesla calls, for instance, that have yet to be reported. They won't come until the next filing. But knowing a little bit about him and his background, it is very possible that this is just an outright short, meaning he bought these puts not as part of a larger strategy, but in order to short Tesla. However, as I said, we still don't know what the strike price is or expiration. These could have already expired. He could have already closed them. We have no idea. So this as a headline is a little bit misleading. I mean, I get why the mainstream media does this. They just like everyone else, they are fishing for clicks. And then you also have the added effect that it's fun for them to rail on Elon and Tesla any chance that they get. So I get why they do it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, even us, we have short puts on Tesla. You could see it here. We're currently up 32% on those short puts. I have one That's at the 590 strike. That's up 33%. That expires next week. And I have a short put at 450 that expires in June. Both of those are up heavily. Now, short puts are not the same as long puts. These are actually inherently bullish positions when you're short the put versus what Michael Burry did, which is long the put. Anyway, my point is there are multiple option strategies, and we don't really know whether someone engaging in these options, whether they have an alternate strategy that these options are a part of or not. All right, so is this revelation going to affect Tesla's stock price? In my view, no. I mean, there are a few investors that probably panic sold, but you could see Tesla is sitting just fine at the 200-day moving average, hasn't really budged today. It's actually up 1% today. But like I said, we don't know if those puts were closed. We don't know what the strike price, what the expiration date is. So, and also, more importantly, there are way more calls than puts out on Tesla. This is just a news headline, but digging under the covers, options traders are actually more bullish on Tesla than they are bearish, even though this one investor, who happens to be a big name, is seemingly bearish. He likely opened these puts at the beginning of the year when Tesla hit almost $900, in which case, if you're a technical trader, you wouldn't blame him because it was overbought at 900 bucks. It looked like it was getting toppy. That wasn't a bad trade if that is in fact what he did. But whether he has the puts open or not, it does not matter. It won't affect Tesla's price. Don't let them, if you have a high conviction on Tesla's stock and you are buying at these levels, don't let this news story sway you. If you have a certain fundamental analysis on Tesla, this news story does not change anything. Tesla hit astronomical heights. It is now retracing as any stock would, any hype stock would, and the market wants to give the company a chance to prove that it can actually bear the fruits of what it promised in terms of its future service and product offerings. That is how the market works. All of this was pricing in Tesla's promising future, and now the market says, show me. It's still trading at astronomical multiples. Its price to sales ratio is around 11. Its price to book ratio is around 21. So the market is still pricing in a lot of hope for Tesla. Now, I do think this is a key level for Tesla. It tested the 50 weekly moving average, which is the orange on my chart, and I definitely want to see if it can hold here, a level that it hasn't seen since the March 2020 crash. But I want you guys to keep one thing in mind before I let you go, is that stocks can and will trade sideways as well. A lot of us like to think of stocks as either up or down. This is Tesla from 2017 all the way until 2019. It traded in, this is the weekly chart, it traded in this sideways channel for almost 2 years or over 2 years. All that is to say, if you have a high conviction in the stock, this does not change anything. If you have a high conviction in the stock, the day-to-day price movements don't change anything. You want to buy these high conviction stocks at a discount and hold them, add to them dollar cost average. Do your own due diligence, but I assure you that this news story, the specific one regarding Michael Burry, does not change anything for Tesla. If you look under the hood, there are way more calls than there are puts. Tesla's price is actually slightly up today. Its short interest is at a year low, so that doesn't change anything. Anyway, hopefully I shed some light on that situation. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up if you got anything out of this video. If you want to join our trading community where I send out my trade alerts, including those short puts on Tesla, link is in the description below. Would love to have you. If not, I appreciate your viewership nonetheless. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Stay safe out there, traders. Peace.